Okay, not bad.
Hey everybody, welcome to another Let's Play of YouTube, brought to you by your friendly neighborhood Strider. Right now I'm bringing you a tank gameplay I recorded the other day. This is about a week old, and in this gameplay I decided to pick tank because we already had an assassin. My philosophy is that you don't need more than one assassin, so I had to go with tank. The second class I dedicate time and skill towards mastering, and unfortunately, the interesting thing about this upload is that there are about, I believe 2 snipers and maybe 1 or 2 assaults. And pretty much the entire game, well, not the entire game, but I had a very slow start with this game. The snipers would just effectively keep me out of their comfort zone, and I couldn't do anything much about it. It was a very slow start. But around the 6-minute mark, I could feel myself picking up steam, basically. I went from feeling like chipping away at a big wall to, oh my god, I'm all on your grill and I'm just wrecking your shit. So right now, I'm taking a passive role with the railgun. Any good tank needs to learn how to use a railgun, because it is long range and it has no damage fall off, so you can spam it at long range like a sniper rifle. The only difference is that you can't get headshots, so you can't get instant kills. But it still does the job, and you're very aware of your surroundings at least. Right here, I get into I guess the sniper got really pissed off because this guy was really desperate at pushing me off of his turf. But well, being a tank, I could shrug off a couple of shots, and even then, some fancy footwork would mean he wouldn't get a headshot. Well, you know, right there. I think the second sniper was about to get a shot on me, and there was a gunner. And I was right. As you can see from the screen here, yeah, there are 2 assaults and 2 snipers. And I backed off of that because I felt that I was about to get outnumbered for a second. Right here I switched to my speed class. Earlier that class was, I believe, reload, armor, and skills. This one is speed, rate of fire, and clip size. This one is my primary long-range spam skill. Primary long-range. Oops. Surprised by gunner. Yeah, I hate it when that happens. Anyways, this build is my long-range support fire tank. Right here, this gunner is really comfortable, so I decided, well, I'm gonna scare him off a little bit. Got another assault sneaking around. Throughout most of the first 6 minutes of this game, I was trying to find a comfortable play style because of how aggressive these snipers were. Maybe not aggressive, but just how relentless they were and just taking pot shots from their base, making the middle very unsafe for my work. And right here, this is where it starts to pick up, because I upgrade to Product 3. Product 3 is a very important skill. I personally like Product 3 more than Charge 3 because, one, you get a lot of money and a lot of juice for stunning groups of bots and destroying them with the cluster bomb. The second one is, as you'll see later on in the game, I start lobbing product grenades into their side from my side of the arena. Pretty much just like what the snipers are doing, just taking pot shots from my base. And my train of thought there was that, well, if you're just gonna fire safely from base and not do anything, then I'm gonna do the same thing. Product grenade, not only will it stun bots and also blind pros, but it creates a dangerous no man's land. And that's a nice sneaky charge right there. Later on in the game, I start just lobbing random product grenades in an effort to just get them to back off. Like, because the cluster bombs are very powerful. You don't want to be near those things when they go off. Right here, I noticed this sniper is he isn't checking his 6, basically, so I thought, well, time to have some fun. Oh! I should start picking steam up from this point. Well, not right now. I made the mistake of charging into the base, right in front of an assault, a jackbot, a sniper, a laser blazer, running away from another assault. Yeah, not a good idea. At that point right there when I respawned, I was probably thinking, well, what am I supposed to do? I can't do shit right now. It was really hard trying to figure out what to do against these guys, especially since I'm playing randoms. And I wasn't partying with anyone or anything. I was by myself, just tryharding by myself here. The tank was lighting me up right there. As you can see, we're almost at the 6-minute mark here, so this is where things get a little more interesting. One more death here. Random grenades. These guys were just, I guess you just say they were turtling like crazy, and I couldn't do much about breaking their defense. At this point, I'm thinking, well, in addition to lobbing product grenades and shooting railgun, I'm gonna call some bouncers and just make their life a living hell. Right here, I'm not sure what this guy was doing. Sniper against tank, that's a good matchup, right? Right here, get as much money as you can, because right now, I am gonna start spawning bouncers like no tomorrow, in order to get them to just back up and basically just stop playing like pussies, basically. In addition to snipers shooting from spawn, I had assaults just lobbing grenades all day. At this point, I'm just gonna think, I'm gonna play your game, except my grenades are better than your grenades. As you can see, I got nothing from that product grenade. I'm just fishing for kills at this point. Right there. This is why you have bronze skill recovery. So you can spam that thing, especially on wide open maps. Basically make them think twice about trying to approach your bots. Especially at long range where you know the product grenade will explode where you want it to explode. And now I've got charge 3. Now things are about to start getting personal. I wasn't sure who that was, but I have a feeling it was the assault who was spamming his grenade launcher. So a lot of people believe the tank is very versatile. One of his big weaknesses is speed. That's why it's so important to have a speed endorsement, in my opinion. Uber has to really come up with a lot of people don't use the speed endorsement because of the fact that you can just pick up speed. You can pick up speed pickups, basically. So if you go with the armor endorsement, gold armor, silver rate of fire, you know, the default thing that most people use, you can pick up speed later on by pushing bots, killing pros, and eventually you'll have gold speed in addition to everything else. Which is a shame because that renders the endorsement kind of useless, but a tank with speed is very useful. According to some scientific experiments carried out, at least on the forums, it was pretty accurate, I believe. A tank with silver speed will walk about 158 steps, I believe, a minute. 158 steps a minute. Meanwhile, gold speed, he walks 178 steps per minute. That is a big difference between gold and silver, and it's a big reason why I like gold speed on my... Oh, right there. I really love that part. Never underestimate... I guess nobody really underestimates tank charge. Tank charge is huge. The hitbox to the tank charge is huge. I've had mistakes happen where I tried to lunge a tank in order to grapple him as an assassin from behind, and he just happened to use charge, and he knocked me off the map. Just because I was behind him didn't mean I wasn't going to be hit by the charge. It was pretty much a double kill. Right now I'm on a streak, and I'm feeling, well, I finally got some headway on this game, didn't I? I guess this is the first time I've really used the jet gun. If you notice, yeah, I'm using a bronze clip size. It's something I like more on my railgun, because those extra 4 shots are way more useful than reloading faster than you can with bronze reload. Especially with rate of fire. Hopefully I can catch some people off guard with a couple of railgun shots, and those extra 4 shots will help me finish them off before they run away, which is a problem a lot of tanks will face if they don't use rate of fire for their railgun. Why are they using long shots? I have no idea why they're using long shots. It's useless on this map. Right now, this is where you know that you have the tide in your favor. Before, both teams are pretty much taking pot shots from their base. Oh, bacon! Yes. Unfortunately, I didn't have bacon the entire game. I died eventually. I won't spoil how I die, how I lose the bacon, but it was really sad. When I lose bacon, it's actually the reason why I started picking up on the trick how to avoid a certain skill that a lot of people really get tired of. Right now, it looks like the snipers right now I'm playing, it looks like they don't know where to go. The tank's ability to really sponge hits with his high health, especially with armor endorsements, really helps when you start pushing in, because with the really big health pool, the tank can really afford to hold down a spot. And this is where I lose my bacon. Charge 3, my god. Fortunately, the next time it happens to me, I figure out the trick, which is to jump when you're expecting an assault charge, especially if that charge is assault 3. But not to worry, it looks like they're not going to be able to push out very much. Right here, I wait for the Annihilator. I got more than enough money. Now, coming up right here. Wait, maybe it's not here. Oh, never mind. Anyways, I prefer to use my juice very offensively because I don't really like, oh, revenge. Lol. I prefer to use my juice offensively. I prefer to use juice as soon as I get it because, having juice means you're not using it for good purposes. If you're saving it, if you have a full juice bar, that's time you could have been spending getting juice back. You see? If you keep that juice, then everything you're doing is juice you're not earning for a new juice streak. So I prefer to use my juice early so that I can do damage, get out, and then start earning juice again. And with Product Grenade 3, as you can see, I'm raking in the money. Right here, this sniper is not really paying attention to what's going on. I'll come back to that spot a few more times, just to make sure that sniper doesn't do any work, prevent him from doing his job effectively. Right now, it's just a matter of pushing back in with another juice and finishing it off. Though I think this game goes into overtime, so it's not going to be that easy, of course. Oh, right here. Avoid the charge. Jump and Death Blossom, and Assault pretty much can't do much. Now that was really surprising. I had no idea how I survived that, but I even took somebody down in the process. You know, snipers that use their SMGs on a tank like that are really funny. I'm not sure what's going through their head, but it's not going to do much good. The tank can have... The tank is not called the tank for no reason, for nothing, you know. With gold endorsement and passive 3, he can have around 1,000 health, where an assassin with gold armor has 500. Music cue. That music cue means the game is about to end. The game is about to go into overtime, and things are about to get hectic, because these guys must be pretty good if they're able to hold their base so hard without letting go. Always grab the Annihilator when it's up. If you have a lot of money, never hesitate to get the Annihilator, because it really will tilt the game into your favor. I'm no assassin, but that was really funny. That was a really funny sneak up. And overtime should be happening about now. There we go. And for some reason, this sniper really thought he can take me on head to head. At this point, I'm about to abuse a really big defensive gap on Steel Peel, which is this ledge. Right now, we just lay waste to their money ball. With gold endorsements and juice, the money ball practically disappears, but I don't want to stay there too long because I'm afraid of snipers taking pot shots at me. Unfortunately, that assault caught me off guard, and I didn't think to jump out of the way. Apparently, at charge 3, they gain grapple, but the actual impact, if you manage to get hit by the assault but not get grappled, it does very little damage. And right now, it's a desperate situation. The sniper is taking pot shots at the money ball. So right now, in my mind, I'm just thinking, I need to get in there quickly. I need to do damage before that sniper finishes his job. Defenses be damned, I need to do something quick. Luckily, I'm already in too deep, and I managed to get the clutch win. That was a really hard game in my opinion. Lack of mobility from playing a tank, where I'm used to playing as assassin, really made problems when it came to trying to break your defense. But with a hard-fought game, overtime, luckily we already had a health lead on them before overtime came in. So it was still a very enjoyable game. Those snipers were really trying to keep us out, and upon screen you see there is 3 snipers. And we still managed to break through with all their hardcore defense. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. Peace out.